She walked amongst the lilies, silently breathing in the fragrance of the fresh spring day. The sun gently caressed her skin as she strolled through the park. The young child had noticed the woman before. She looked like any other woman who had been walking through the park with her children. But the strange thing was that this woman was always alone. The lady had a graceful walk and an air of royalty about her. The young child noticed the wild creatures that pranced about the park would bow before her. Birds would sit on the lady's shoulder or fly around her head. As far as the young child could tell, the woman never said a word, but sometimes hummed songs quietly to herself. Occasionally, the woman would sit on a bench and just gaze about. She didn't seem to look at anything in particular, but rather she seemed to be absorbing everything intensely, all at the same time. The child had often wanted to approach the lady, but was too timid. Men would walk by the lady and would even follow her, try to speak to her, but she didn't seem to notice that they were there. Sometimes she brought a pen and a strange book and would sit on the park bench all day writing something in the book. Every once in a while, she would look up and smile at someone. She had almost finished the story. Her story, the story of her life. She had been writing the words for years, but she knew she was still missing many pieces and needed to edit so many phrases. She wanted to finish the story more than she had wanted anything in her life. She was working on the final chapter, but still had some middle chapters to write. She was pushing the issue of ending it all. The child with the freckled face, dusty brown hair, and bright blue eyes, who had been watching the woman, approached her and smiled sweetly. The lady smiled back. "Who are you?" the child asked bravely. "I mean, the animals aren't afraid of you. They don't run from you. Are you a princess?" the child whispered shyly. The lady hadn't said a word to anyone in years. She didn't know if her voice could answer the child's questions. "Are you a fairy?" the small child asked, unencumbered by any teachings that would have stripped her of any open-minded beliefs. The woman hummed and tried to speak, but the words would not come. "Are you an angel? Why are you always alone? Where are your children? Where is your husband? You are very pretty." The child continued, becoming bolder as she realized the woman was not going to hurt her. The woman answered in the only way she could. She spoke to the child's mind and hoped that it had not been clouded too much by this world not to hear her. "Who am I? Who are you? This is not such an easy question to answer. The animals love me because I am pure and real and walking with them. I am not a princess nor a fairy. I walk alone because the path I chose in my life is a lonely path. My children are always with me and around me. I do not know that I am very pretty, but thank you. I have no husband. I am not an angel, but hope to be one soon. Have you heard me? Do you understand what I have said?" The child nodded. The woman continued, since she had finally found a pure and receptive audience. "I come here every day to watch the children play and to be amongst nature. Every living being is my child, a child who I have adopted and I have loved dearly as my own. I have grown frail and weary of the world of suffering and torments, of ignorance and pettiness. This is not all that exists here, but I have grown very tired, small child. Your name is Mara. How lovely, Mara. Perhaps we will talk another day like this, for now your mother is watching and fearful for your safety. Why do I speak without moving my lips? Oh, child, we were all born this way. We just forget. I must finish my writing now. Thank you for stopping and visiting with me. Your mother is coming. Goodbye. I hope to see you again someday." Mara turned and saw her mother approaching. Her mother said, "Mara, who are you talking to? A storm is coming. We better get home before we get caught in the rain." Mara turned to say goodbye to the soft lady, but she had vanished. Mara thought, "I feel sad now. The woman is gone, and I don't even know her name." The wind whispered back through the trees and the rustling of the grass as the sun lit the spot on the green slatted bench where the lady had sat. Mara felt the rush of air hard against her ears, lips gently kissing the name, Grace.